Okay, we'll give you 3 minutes for a closing comment. And Morgan, it's your turn to start first, and so.
I've got a challenge to pose to every single one of you. And it begins with a phrase that you are familiar with. If not now, when? If not us, then who? How many of you truly believe that we are in trouble as a nation? I think it's unanimous. We are in trouble. At the age of 16, someone said to me, there will come a time when our freedoms will be threatened far greater than they are today. That was 22 years ago. I believed it then. I have felt it ever since. If you, as Utahns, do not step up now and reclaim this seat, name for me one other state in this nation who will send a full, constitutionally conservative delegation to Washington, D.C. Name one. It is our obligation and our duty to do it. We must beat Jim Matheson this year. If we do not, the state that could shine to the rest of this nation as an example of principle and constitutional government will have failed its sacred obligation to save our Constitution and this nation. That is the duty that rests on your shoulders this year. We don't have 20 years left. We don't have till my children grow up. That's why I'm running with 5 children under the age of 7. They need us now, and show me, where are our patriots? That is why I had to run for this seat. I do not plan on making friends and gaining influence in Washington, D.C. I plan on putting the smackdown on the liberal crazies that are governing our nation right now. They are insane. I had to throw that out at a Young Republican event. They like terms like that. But truly, that is our obligation. That is where I am going. That is what we will do, and I ask you to follow me there and literally save this nation.
If we want to save our nation, we will fail unless we have an economic recovery, unless we have real job growth, and unless we have fiscal responsibility. We have a really serious situation that you appreciate. The unfortunate thing is that the federal government has arrived where it's at by hiding things from the American people. They're doing it through off-balance sheet accounting. They're doing it through Ponzi schemes. They're doing it through accounting trickery, and they're doing it by manipulating our economy. And if you want to set our economy on a course that will provide real economic growth and real job growth and a future for future generations, it will help to send somebody that understands these particular problems. Let me talk about one very specific one that is relevant. The federal government today is focusing most of their financial resources on the banks. Fannie Mae is the single largest consumer of federal resources related to financial matters today, and they're not going to deal with them for a year. We need people who understand what's happening there, who can expose it for what it is, and start to talk about the issues that matter to people so that we can get our economy set on a stable course. Because if we fail, then everything else will be rendered moot in this country. And having that background and that experience will be helpful. Financial regulatory reform is a second example. We're talking about regulating and restructuring an industry that most people in Congress know nothing about. We should know something about what we're doing before we undertake doing it. I appreciate everybody coming tonight. It's been a real pleasure. Thanks for taking the time to get to know the candidates. And it's wonderful to be home. Thank you very much.
think back over the history of, I can't count the campaigns I've been involved with. Sometimes it gets very nasty, and both are tarnished, but you've conducted yourselves well and represented yourselves well. This is a winnable race. I remember back with the Swallow campaign, this county beat Jim Mathis by 36,402 votes. We lost by 38,000 in Salt Lake County, and the rest of the district was primarily a loss. What has changed is not Salt Lake County. It stayed, the District 2 portion, it stayed the same. Washington County has gone up 2.5 times. If we margin a 45,000 differential in Washington County, there is, in Washington, Iron, and Kane counties, there's nothing Salt Lake County can do to neuter that or to veto that.